We got the real LA team getting swept by the fake LA team, a Phillies pitcher jamming a needle up his ass all of a sudden, but first let's go over to the gay Holy Land where a 50-year-old Justin Verlander is taking them out against the Sacramento A's.
What year is it?
Verlander walks 5 hitters, not the best day for him, but the Giants pitching staff as a whole keeps the A's quiet, mostly until the 8th when they tied, and Heliot Ramos, the man who hit a rocket home run first thing earlier in the game, gives San Francisco the lead before the old Bay Area team that's now in Sacramento, hoping to be in Vegas, but still should be in Oakland. A's go down 1-2-3.
Wow. So that was San Francisco.
C.J. Abrams, home run. Luis Garcia Jr., home run. Dylan Cruz, home run. C.J. Abrams, again, home run. James Wood got me all wooded up with a couple hits and RBIs. Nationals blow the Orioles dry yet again. Baltimore is now 15-30. 15-30. They've already canned their manager. Total nightmare city right now.
I even bought season tickets for the Orioles, since that's what guys who can't satisfy women do.
Red Sox get smoked, and Rafael Devers isn't included here. He's the only Boston player who deserves recognition after he walked it off on Saturday and hits a grand slam on Sunday just for nothing else to happen. Braves put up 10 runs. The most German man in baseball gets the win, while Marcelo Zona hit this baseball to Quahog. Spencer Torkelson took the Tigers offense on his back on the Lord's Day. He drives in all 3 Tigers runs while Jackson Jobe, I like that name, does well, and the bullpen shuts the Jays down to win the series. Tigers are the best team in baseball right now. How wild is that? The American League Central gets a lot of flack for being as mid as Zendaya, but it's a division that holds the best team in baseball. Meanwhile, the Twins in their same division just won 13 games in a row. These teams deserve more love, although the Brewers had enough of that streak. They jump ahead 4-0 until Royce Lewis had something to say about that. He hits a home run, Twins get another run, it's 4-2. Lewis says, "Let me tie this game." Jackson Chourio says, "Nah, bitch." Elite little snag. Brewers snap the Twins win streak. While staying in the Central, Cleveland gets rocked by Cincinnati in the battle of which Ohio City disappoints their fans slightly less. Reds just had control all weekend. Apparently Will Benson is Barry Bonds. He's homered in 4 straight games and had 2 in this one. He also has some of the sickest pimp jobs in the game. I love it. Will Pimp. Staying in the AL Central, where the Royals avoid a sweep because the Cardinals just wanted to tease their fans the entire game. They got 12 hits and only scored 1 run. How does that happen? This wasn't baseball. This was blue ball. The Rays and Marlins faced off in the battle of who's the slightly less irrelevant Florida team, and I guess the Marlins get those bragging rights after winning this series. Marlins just shit out these random guys you've never heard of, but hey, they're getting it done, like Liam Hicks with a bomb. They also have the man with the biggest Star Wars name in baseball, Cal Quantrill. He throws an immaculate inning during this start. 9 pitches, 9 strikes, so that's pretty cool. Rangers took on the Astros all weekend in the Yeehaw Civil War. Rangers had a lead in this one. Things were going well. Jack Leiter had a no-hitter going through 6 innings, then through 6 1/3 innings, then through 6 2/3 innings. Then Yainer Diaz says, "Screw you," home run to end everything. And after a couple singles to start the 8th inning, Chris Martin pulls an Aaron Rodgers out of the bullpen to bring in Robert Garcia, who gets 2 outs, so Isaac Paredes is the only guy standing in the way now until he pulls this down and away changeup all the way just over the wall, 3-run homer. This ball wasn't even hit that hard for a home run, at least. It just went far enough. Astros take the lead just like that, and that was it. Houston wins, and the series gets split. In today's edition of Saying Something Nice About the Rockies, they put up 14 runs on Saturday. 14, making Wander Franco proud, as they needed just about every single one of these to win. Arizona also scored 12, so hours after both teams go wild and combine for 26 runs, and a change of tone as extreme as going from Barbie to Oppenheimer, they combine for 1 run on Sunday. 1. A Ketel Marte home run. That was it. God, baseball really is more bipolar than Mel Gibson. How about this crazy fight between Aaron Judge and Juan Soto? Holy crap, do these two guys hate each other or what? Wow, do they remember kids are watching? What a shame. Cody Bellinger definitely doesn't care. That mofo's high 24/7, and shit, it worked for this game. He drives home 2 in the first inning, and with the game tied in the 8th, Yankees put up a couple before Bellinger says, "Hold my edible," and hits a grand slam. 8-2 Yankees. They hold on to win the Battle of New York, aka the rent is too damn high, help me series. Man, Paul Skeens with an absolute gem. His first career complete game, outstanding. Surely the Pirates won the game on the back of his great start. Jose Alvarado and this inspired kid in the stands was a great little story. The fact that they then soon met each other before a game, just some wholesome, heartfelt stuff. Alvarado really being the perfect player to look up to. Alvarado, who's been the best reliever in an overall bad Phillies bullpen and apparently taking tips from fellow Philly guy Sylvester Stallone, has been popped for exogenous testosterone. Not ideal, but when you're playing the Pirates, I guess you don't even need a functioning pitching staff for this to work. Clean sweep in the Battle of Pennsylvania. Let's check in on the Chicago Civil War as the North takes on the South.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, this series went just about how you'd expect. Cubs embarrassed the White Sox. The North wins. History repeats itself, unlike out west. First with the Padres and Mariners. The Mariners had been playing pretty damn well lately until they got swept by the Blue Jays and then lost 2 of 3 to the Yankees while giving up their annual Aaron Judge home run in Seattle. So things were kind of turning in a bad way until all the Mariners needed in the end was to play the team that's been better than both the Blue Jays and Yankees. Checks out. They win Friday, they win Saturday. Fernando Tatis Jr. goes deep first thing Sunday. Randy Arozarena says, I can do that too. Mariners put up 6 runs to make that Tatis homer look irrelevant and sweep San Diego. Then the Dodgers take on the Angels in the battle of the real LA team versus the fake LA team. And you're thinking easy series win for the Dodgers, right? Obviously. No, Angels win Game 1 6-2. They knock Clayton Kershaw around in his first start of the season in Game 2, putting up 11 runs. Then comes Game 3, and no, I'm not going to make a joke about Shohei going back to the Angels for this game to pitch, you racist. That's Yusei's Coochie. Zach Neto goes deep. Taylor Ward goes deep. Angels go up 4-0 in the Dodgers, trying to avoid the sweep. Imagine being told that be the case a couple days ago, that they're trying to avoid a sweep against the Angels. They do tie it after Will Smith, the cool Will Smith, not Cuck Smith, hits a big 3-run homer, only for the Anaheim Angels of Disneyland to score 2, and the Dodgers had absolutely nothing to say about that. They don't get on base once the last 2 innings and get swept. Baseball, everyone. Thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.